It's your boy Trippy G, industry most wanted. I'm over here with TampaMystic, you know what I'm saying, from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Let's go. It's your boy.
Try to turn me down when it was all for nothing. I don't wanna talk, so best believe there's no discussion. I can't trust my brothers, no, I can't trust my cousins. Feeling hurt inside, but deep down I'm really disgusted. Reaching out your hand, but you know I never trusted. You wasn't even with me when I was riding in that bucket. Bro, do you wanna catch a...
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live.
Industry.
Tell them where we at.
Let's get it. Industry most wanted.
The big one, not the little one.
Sir.
Listen, I got my homie checking in today, my partner all the way out of Grand Rapids, Trippy G, in the building. Got his family with him today. What's going on?
Oh, it's your boy Trippy G in the building.
Give me some love.
Let's get it.
Boom. It's good to see you again.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, it's good to see you, too.
Absolutely. We did this before over there on the radio station, so it's time for you to come back and bless Industry's Most Wanted.
Oh, yeah. You know, I had to come back and show y'all. Had to bless it one time. It's only right.
And I want to give you your flowers before we even start, man. Like, something I can say about you is you're so about your business. You're very professional. I deal with a lot of artists that just don't understand what the word professionalism means. Just, you know what I'm saying? And like, I respect that about you. You handle your business, and I love that. The communication is wide open. So shout out to you, bro, and your whole team.
Appreciate it. I try to, you know.
No, you do. I've
been doing it for a while, so you got to be about your business when it's with this. You
Absolutely.
know? So that's one thing I try to pride myself on.
Absolutely. The right approach can go a long way.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I had to learn. So I'm here every step of the way. So let's get it.
Definitely. Well, listen, you got a lot of things going on. You out here in the A moving around right now. But if you could give us like a brief introduction of yourself.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm Trippy Gusto out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, 616. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing music. My phone just fell, but I've been doing music for about 10, 11 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm here in Atlanta. I got my guys with me. I got BC. I got my man, Darius. I got my boy Germ out there asleep. But we've been moving around for a while, all year. We just pretty much trying to start the year off good. Yeah. You know, so that's what I was pretty much telling the team. Like, let's just start the year off good. First trip of the year, we gonna go down here and smash it. You know, we're gonna kill it. You know?
I know that's right. It's a great way to kick off the year because we're still fairly early on in the year. We're still in the first quarter, right?
Oh yeah, definitely the first quarter. That's why I try to make sure I drop the little, well, not the little, the big EP. You know, the extended version.
I
lost that C. You feel me? I dropped that. I want to say about 3 weeks ago. So the top of February, I dropped that.
That's hard, man. Listen, I'm proud of you. You've been out here consistently getting to it, not letting nothing stop you.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's first and foremost, let's talk about Grand Rapids for people. You know, obviously, I'm sure they've heard of it, but if they've never been there, what's the music scene like out there right now in Grand Rapids?
I mean, right now we pretty much going crazy. Like we got a lot of people. Like, you know, we influenced by, of course, Detroit, Flint, around there. But I don't know if people heard of Sleazy World Go. Yeah, he going crazy. He from Grand Rapids. If y'all didn't know, his brother Hundo. It's a lot of people that's really just got the city on fire right now. So, you know.
Even though the city's on fire, do you still feel like it's important to leave the city and do stuff like this?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay. Definitely. It's always good to go spread your wings out and try to go, you know, move around and touch other bases, other little areas. So, for sure.
Especially as an artist, man, you want that worldwide fan base, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
We love our cities, but it's bigger than that.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was telling myself, too. Like, you can't just be local, you know what I'm saying? You got to go out and touch everybody.
Some people cool being that local superstar, but that's them.
I mean, it's cool, but it's like, you never know, like, because when you spread your wings, you never know, like, the people you touch, you know, and just with Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it's little DMs people been telling me, like, hey, just keep going, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening to you from people from Alaska, New York, just a lot of places. So I was like, I started paying attention to that more. And, you know what I'm saying? I try to tap in with them and just touch that little base.
It lets you know that you're truly walking your purpose when you get those type of messages, especially for somebody you don't even really know like that.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. That's really what keep me going.
That's a big motivation. It solidifies everything that you're doing.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
How long would you say that you've been doing this? It's been at least a decade, right, that you've been taking it professionally?
Oh, yeah. I would say probably since like 2014, 13, I've been putting music on YouTube, like waking up like, hey, man, I'm going to try to make it with this rap stuff. You know what I'm saying? With this, that's what I'm going to do. So it's been about at least 11 years.
Why music? Like, what started that whole journey for you?
Honestly, I really don't know, but I've been doing poetry since I was about 7th grade. And
what you was writing about? The girls?
Yeah, something like that. Just a lot of stuff. Just a lot of little different stuff. Like I said, my dad was a pastor, so it was just like a little stuff that I got to see that touched me, that I was able to write. And writing just always been cool to me. So
writing is a form of therapy.
Yes.
It allows you to pour whatever emotions you got on your heart, on your mind, on your chest. It allows you to pour it out.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. So that's really, because a lot of stuff I don't really tell a lot of people. So
Understood.
I just go out and just put it in my music.
It's a safe space for you. We all got to have that. We all got to have an outlet, and we all got to have a safe space. And music is that for you. Writing and music is that for you. Your dad's a pastor. Did you ever think about going on the gospel side?
A little bit, a couple of times he challenged me before he passed, but
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I might a little, like couple years, but like I said, I want it to be organic and just be from the heart. I don't want it to be like forced or nothing, you know, like I just had to do. Right.
Makes perfect sense. Absolutely. Because people can tell when it's not organic, when it's forced.
Oh yeah. It's a lot of that going around. So
a whole lot of cap. But also it makes you happier too when you're actually genuinely doing what it is that you want to do.
Yep.
You know, definitely. How long ago did your pops pass?
It would be 2 years in September.
How did that change your life? Because I know losing someone that close is one of the most difficult things we endure in life. How did it change you?
I mean, it changed a lot. Like it changed the way I think, sleep. Like I haven't really even been able to sleep since he passed. It's been 2 years. So I pretty much just been trying to keep myself busy doing a lot of stuff. But it's kind of right now with a lot of stuff going on. I wish he was here, but then again, I know he watching, so it kind of like keep me going. You know what I'm saying?
He's right there. You know that, right?
His birthday was just yesterday.
Happy birthday, Pops.
Yeah, it was his birthday. It was both of their birthdays on the same day, my boy. So it was kind of like a full circle moment, you know?
Man, that just gave me chills right there because I'm very, very, very spiritual. And I feel like that because I lost my mom and one of her favorite things was blue butterfly. So that's why I keep this right here next to me.
Oh, that's tight.
That way I'm like, and it's a real butterfly too. Quick sidebar story. It's not about me, but I feel like they will come to us in different ways. Probably about 2 weeks after my mom passed, I was at the park because I like nature. I promise you, had a blue butterfly, like it was blue and black, landed on my finger, which I've never had that my entire life. And I'm like, that was my mom right there.
Telling you, yep.
Everything is okay.
Everything.
Have you experienced anything, not to get too much off on a tangent, but have you experienced anything like that? Like you feel like your father has come to you?
I mean, it been certain little stuff that when I've been writing, it just been like in my head.
Yeah.
But like a particular thing, I set off balloons on Thursday. I went out to eat before I hit the road with my family and my kids. We set off balloons and like the balloons got stuck in a tree when it was going off. And it was kind of weird because last year when we did it, it didn't do it. Yeah. But this year, my mom was just like, oh, well, maybe that's him telling you that he's with you.
Yes.
You know, he know you finna go on the road. She was real animated about it and worried about going on the road. But she like, I know your dad gonna be with you.
Absolutely. So he's your protector.
Yeah, when that happened, it kind of like, I was a little nervous too going on the road, but when that happened, I was just like, dang, what do that mean? Because
right, exactly. And things like that happen and you try to figure out what does this mean? And sometimes we'll kind of, like we were saying, overthink and it'll drive us crazy. But just know that it was something positive.
Yeah, that's what I try to tell myself. Like he with you, he letting you know that he's okay. He ain't here suffering, you know what I'm saying? He's in a better place, so.
Way better place.
Way better
We
place.
are slick the ones living in hell.
Yeah.
It's crazy out here, right?
I try to tell myself that, like, man, Pops is good. You know what I'm saying? He not here suffering, so just know that he's good. So I love you, Pops. You know, I know you good. I'm here trying to hold it down. I wish you could see me. I know you see me going hard right now. So that's
absolutely.
Really the main thing.
But I understand what you're saying. You wish he could be here in that physical form. I get it. It's difficult.
Yeah, for sure. Because I was just starting to like get a little bit of. Like one of my songs was getting a lot of buzz, and then like boom, he just passed.
And you probably have those moments where you're like, man, I wish I could just call him right now and share this with him.
Oh yeah, sometimes I be forgetting that he's even gone.
I do that too. My sister passed back in 2012, and till this day, I still have the moments where I'm like, I need to call. Oh, I can't call her. I don't think that ever goes away.
That's when it hits you, when you be like,
yeah, it's forever.
Yeah, he ain't coming back. Or that person not coming back, and that's when it really, you know, the reality hits you and you.
Exactly. And the takeaway from that is love on your people while they are here, because you never know when they will not be here or when we won't be here.
You never know. Man. That's why I tell everybody, hey, give everybody their flowers now, man, because once they gone, they gone.
That's why early on I wanted to give you your flowers because you deserve that.
Appreciate it.
You absolutely deserve that. I want to talk about, you said you was writing poetry when you were younger. Did any of the ideas of the poems that you wrote spin off into a record?
Not at first.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't happen until like after I started really appreciating writing music. Because at first it was just like boom, I was doing it, but I was just trying to do it to like, I don't know. All my friends was doing it, so it was just like something cool to do. But then once I started really loving writing and creating songs, then it was like, okay, dang, I remember writing this poetry or writing this, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger, and it just kind of like go off into a song or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
It kind of indirectly happened. It wasn't intentional, but it happened.
It happens.
Yeah.
I can say that about what was it? I think Letter to Pops. I wrote that song. It was a couple of things off that I wrote from poetry from years ago that I put into that song.
Man, again, it's that therapy. You have to get it out. Listen, a lot of these men try to be tough and hold it in. You got to let it out.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
We're human. We got that human element. We all got emotions.
You got to let it out, because if you don't, then you just going to be holding it in, and eventually you going to let it out on somebody.
Exactly. 100%. So I'm glad that you found a way to do it through your music.
Yeah.
I know that you have a variety of music. Would you say, though, that over the years, the theme about how you're delivering your music and the things you're talking about pretty much remains the same, or does that vary as well?
It kind of varies really what I'm going through. I try to like leave it to what I'm going through.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I did the Lost at Sea projects, because that's how I was really feeling.
Yeah.
I was lost at sea, and if people don't really know, I got the Back from the Futures too. That's on all digital platforms, but it's just basically letting people know that I was like ahead of my time when I was dropping those type of songs. So I was letting people know I kind of like went into the future and came back and gave them. So if you go listen to that, you would be able to see and hear it like, dang, this sound familiar, but I did it in like 2019, 2020. So this year I was working on Lost at Sea. You know, I lost my pops. I was going through different legal battles with my brothers and just a lot of stuff. So I try to like leave it personal a little bit, talk about what I'm going through, just so people can really feel it.
Absolutely. So you draw most of your inspiration through personal experiences.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
But that's dope, though, because that's where people are going to resonate with your music, because they can relate to it. Like, oh, damn, I've been through that too. Or I'm going through that right now. Do you get that from people? I know you said you've had random people DM you just saying, man, that song helped me out, or that song like did something for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's when I started really taking it a little bit more serious, when people was telling me, hey, man, this song, I listen to it every day. Man. I'm thinking in my head like every day, like come on now, but they
probably on their playlist.
That's when I realized like, hey, well, maybe what you're doing is a little bit bigger than what you think it is. And I just started taking it more serious and trying to craft it more. And yeah, I mean, I like that though, when people could tell me that a record made them cry, or it made them, even if it made them angry, you know what I'm saying? Any type of feeling is good. So that's my objective, is to do that. You're bringing out raw emotions in people, because I've definitely have had some records that made me cry. I cried on my podcast listening to a song before, because it touched me that much. That's what you want though. You want to be able to touch the people. Oh yeah, definitely. You want it to be able. If you can't touch the people through your music, then really it's not resonating. Yeah, it's like why am I even doing it? Why doing it? Yeah. Why do it at that point? So. And it's the random people that when it happens too. Like I love my friends and my family, but when they do it, sometimes I'll be like, okay, well, is they doing it to try to be biased, or try to stay on my good side? But when it's random people coming that I never met before, you know, and they telling me this stuff, the same things that my friends and my family telling me, then I know, you know, that type of stuff is breathtaking. You know, it's genuine because they didn't have to tell you that in the first place. So know it's coming from a very genuine spot. Do you desire to stay independent? I mean, for now, yeah. I mean, it would be good to sign a deal, but it just got to make sense, you know, because a lot of these deals that I've been offered, it just don't make sense. Yeah. And I just figure I'll just do it by myself. Absolutely, because I feel like we right now are in an era where you can do everything yourself. You can distribute your own music. You can put yourself on tour. You can book your own everything. Oh, yeah. Typically, them labels are just going to be a machine that may help catapult you if you want the investor behind you. But then that can turn into an ugly situation too. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't free money. That's what a lot of artists think, that it's a loan. That's all it is. It's just a loan that you're gonna have to pay back if you don't pretty much do what they want to do, or if you don't hit that little quarter that they need you to hit, you're gonna have to pay that money back. Absolutely, and I'm quite sure you want to keep that creative control. Oh yeah, most definitely. That's why I've been trying to hold off as long as I can. Yeah, I know I ain't gonna be able to hold off forever in the music, because eventually they gonna make it to where you gotta sign, but I try to like hold off as long, you know, to make it to where it benefits me more too.
Absolutely, perhaps more like a partnership
type, yeah, or yeah, a partnership or something like a 50-50 split,
Yeah.
you know, because a lot of these deals are mainly just 360s.
Absolutely. And for some people, it may make sense depending on what they're trying to do, but I think for the majority, it does not.
Yeah, when you put in a lot of time like I did, it's kind of like worthless to go sign a 360 because.
That's why it's important to have that damn legal representation to read through them contracts, you know, because.
Oh, yeah, I didn't went through entertainment lawyers for like the past 4 or 5 years. Just, I didn't know what a lot of that stuff meant.
Right. It saved you probably a lot of heartache in the end, right?
And that's how they get people, you know, they just put the little money in front of you, you know, then they just be like, okay, go ahead and sign this. But if you a smart person and you know, and you got people behind you, like, hey, that ain't good.
No, I agree. I absolutely agree with that. And it's, you know, thank you for bringing that up too, because a lot of artists need to hear that. Don't just go sign on the dotted line.
Oh, yeah.
Read it. And if you don't understand it, get legal representation to help you, because otherwise you're going to end up in a bad situation that you can't get out of.
Yeah, that's the majority reality of it. That's what happens, because you can't really tell anybody not to take this 100,000 or 200,000, but really in the next year or two, that's
exactly. It sounds enticing to someone who has nothing.
Oh yeah, that's how
know?
they get the people. You know, they dangle it out in front of them, and you know, they get the people that's poor or really the young artists, and then it's like, all right, I'm gonna sign.
But you've been doing well on your own, Mr. I got over 1 million streams.
I've been trying.
Hold on. Let's pause it right there. You're doing it. Take that try word out your vocabulary. If y'all hear him say that word ever again, tell me. You're not trying, you're doing. There's a big difference.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
It feel good, don't it?
It do.
I'm doing it.
I be living in the moment sometimes, so I don't really be understanding what really I be doing until it's done. And then I be like, oh, damn, I did do that. But
yeah.
I try to live in a moment, because then that's how I really be able to accomplish a lot of the stuff that I want to accomplish, you know.
Should be proud of yourself.
I mean, yeah, I am.
I know that's
I
right.
know it's a lot more to go, but I'm definitely proud of myself.
As you should be, because you are in a much better position than a lot of other artists out here, you know, in a humble way. So you've done over 1 million streams.
Yep.
Talk to us, man. That's a big accomplishment. Congratulations.
Yeah, on all streaming platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Deezer, whatever you stream music on, I'm on that. You can find me. So yeah.
Definitely.
I've been, they actually told me, I think it was the beginning of this year, they said I've been on all streaming platforms for 5 years, since 2020. So
nice.
yeah, that's an accomplishment too. So.
That is a big accomplishment. Who do you distribute your music through, if you don't mind me asking?
DistroKid.
Okay.
Yep, DistroKid. So I've been doing it with them for a little minute. It's a lot cheaper, and it's better.
Yeah.
On an artist. I feel like every artist if you just starting off, just play with them for a while.
Absolutely, 100%. Who do you have your publishing with? BMI or ASCAP?
BMI.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, he got his business together, y'all.
Yep.
I'm over here quizzing you. I'm testing you.
Yep. You got to get that BMI and ASCAP. You got to get one of them straight.
One of them, yeah.
You got to do it so you can get paid for shows, just anything with your name on it. You want to start getting paid for it, you know?
That's facts. So let's just talk about that for a brief second, because a lot of artists don't understand the performance royalties. Like when you go out to a venue and perform, you can slick register that with your publishing company and get paid for it. So stop complaining that you ain't making no money. It's because you ain't got your business together.
Hey, it don't matter if it's $400-$500. You going out and you finna be with your friends. You finna be with everybody you love. They coming out to see you, and you getting some money. So at the end of the day, it's always going to be a win.
A win-win.
Because I was doing it for free for the longest.
Yeah.
And once I got my first couple hundred, I was just like, oh, yeah, that's
a good feeling.
Oh, yeah.
And like you said, even if it is just a couple $100, just the fact that you're making money off of doing something you love, it's all worth it.
It's nothing really compares to that, honestly. That's really the ultimate feeling.
When I first got in this music business, working with the big OG, I remember we had 2 Chainz in Florida, and we were doing a Florida promo tour. It's kind of that transition from Titty Boy to 2 Chainz,
right? Oh,
right?
yeah, yep. I remember that, 2010.
Exactly. So we were at one of his tour stops in Tampa, and after the show, Bigger pulled me outside, and we were at IHOP eating, 2 in the morning type-ish, and he said, I want to tell you something. If you get into this music business for the money, you're going to be disappointed because the money's not always going to be there. But if you get into this business for the love of it, the money will come. Man, that stuck with me. And I said, I'm so glad that he shared that with me, because it changed my whole perspective on how I look at this business.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because you would do it for so long and not get nothing, like money-wise, nothing out of it. I was doing it, and people was looking at me like I was crazy, putting the money with the studio and the videos, and I'm working, and I got 3 kids. I'm trying to keep a regular job on top of supporting my dream, and you putting $400 or $500 into a video, people be like, what are you doing that for? Like, sometimes the video won't even do that good.
Yeah.
And, you know, it might do 1,000 views, and people like, that's pointless, but you don't look at it like that, you know?
I agree.
And I never did. It was just like, okay, I love to do it. And it was some people, the little 400 or 500 people that was, like I said, DMing me, letting me know that it was touching, and it was, you know, feeling good for them. So that's what kept me going.
And it's really, too, again, what some of these artists don't understand, it's an investment. Any business that you're in, whether you're an artist, you're doing what I'm doing, or you're a barber, whatever you do, you got to invest in your business.
And yourself.
In yourself, yeah. So to me, none of that goes to on the wayside. It's all an investment for you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just everything, the studio time, the videos, even the artwork that I pay for that gets done. It's just everything that falls into that.
Yes.
There's been people that said that they didn't ever even listen to my music. They just seen the artwork and just wanted to go listen to it because of the artwork.
Perception is everything.
So once I seen that, I was like, oh yeah, well, I gotta definitely make sure I get the professional artwork, nothing that looks janky and or I'm doing it myself off some little app. I'm like, no, I'm gonna just go ahead and get it done professionally.
That is absolute facts, because like I said, perception is everything. If I see a shitty artwork, I'm gonna assume that the song is shitty too.
You're not gonna do that. You know, you're not gonna listen to it.
Right.
You're not. So
that is facts.
It's the reality of it. Even nowadays, even with rap videos, it's certain stuff now you gotta have as a rapper. It's kind of like taken out of it. If you don't, people just turn it off.
That's facts. Absolutely. You have to think about the bigger picture.
Oh yeah.
It's not about just impressing the people close to you. You got to think about the bigger picture. Because what if the right person sees that and you have a video that's got all kinds of foolishness in it? They're like, well, if this is what he's doing, I might not want to rock with him.
Yep.
Do you feel like you have a well-rounded catalog? We'll say tomorrow someone wanted to book you to perform at a festival where there's kids in attendance. Would you have something for that?
I mean, yeah, I feel like I got a lot of different genres I can push to the front.
Some cleaners type.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's one thing that my dad was telling me too before he passed, was like, you probably want to clean a lot of this up.
Yeah.
And I didn't really understand what he was saying until I had kids. Once I had kids, I was just like, just hearing my son sometimes just rap some lyrics, I was just like, well, maybe I want to hear him say this.
Absolutely.
Or, you know, not everything gotta be violent. You feel me? So I was just like, maybe I'll switch up and talk about some more realer stuff. And once I started doing that, I started seeing how the reaction was with other people. It was just like, okay, yeah, that's the way to go.
Having kids will change your perception itself on life. It'll have you more proactive rather than reactive.
Oh yeah.
You think about your moves before you make them now.
You do it. I never thought about anything I was putting in my lyrics until pretty much a couple of years ago when I was here, like I said, hearing my son rap the lyrics. I'm like, dang, you know what the hell I'm talking about? Like,
right.
Let me kind of clean this up a little bit because I don't want him to, you know. So, yeah.
And you could still have some stuff, you know, for the clubs and stuff like that, you know, but have that also other side of it too, because you never know when that opportunity may present itself and they say, hey, Trippy G, I need you to come perform at this festival. There's kids there. What you got for us?
Yep.
You never know. So that's good that you got that well-rounded catalog. Do you typically write your music still to this day, or do you get in the studio and punch in, or a little bit of both?
I pretty much... it just depends really if I catch a vibe at the studio, but I write before I go.
Got you.
I get so many beats from so many different producers, and I just, whichever beat that I like, I just kind of like write
Understood.
to it. Yeah, as I go.
So how it's just like a feeling you get?
Yeah, that's pretty much the same. Like really, if I'm feeling the beat, I just go up into it, try to cook up a little bit. If it's something on my heart that I really need to say, because I get that sometimes too, it'd just be a song to talk to me, and then I'm like, I could just come up with a hook or something real quick, and I just do that, and then I'll come back to it later and, you know, write the full song or whatever I'm feeling.
Do you do like voice memos and stuff to kind of lay a stencil so you know exactly how you want to deliver it?
I do a little bit of band lab. I know I'm guilty of that.
There's nothing wrong with that though, because it gives you a reference to go back to when you're in the studio.
That's what I try to tell all my younger artists too that's coming behind me. I let them know like, hey, it's cool to do that because you letting people know, you know what I'm saying? It's all right to do a rough draft, and, you know, like everything ain't going to be perfect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really the main thing. But as long as you're not recording the whole song off of that, yeah.
Absolutely, because however you want it to sound in that moment, you may forget it a week from now when the flow, so you gotta have
everything, the flow, how you sound, and any little thing you might forget. And I'll be doing that all the time. And I'll be, man, just going through it saved me a lot of heartache.
Yeah.
You know, because I'd be just all day at work or I'd be all day at home. Like, man, what was I saying?
Right.
4 bars. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of 4 bars, you know, I'm a believer that every 4 bars you should be switching up your flow a little bit. Is that something that you typically look to incorporate in your music, is kind of switching it up every 4 bars?
I mean, not necessarily every 4 bars, but like I try to switch it up too, though. Definitely when I'm I wouldn't say every 4 bars, but I mean, you could, it's hard.
Or at least a couple times in the song. You don't sound the same all the way through.
Oh, yeah, you want to switch it up a little bit just to give them that little, you know what I'm saying? Just a little,
Because I feel like that's what really captures people's attention, because they don't know what's next.
Yep.
You speed it up, slow it down, maybe you harmonize a little bit. And you may be switching up more than you realize, because it wasn't intentional, but it happened.
It happens, especially when you really writing the music.
Yes.
You're really in tune with it. Sometimes it just happens. You just be like, I didn't even try to do that. But,
right.
You know, it just happens, and it kind of sounds good. You just go with it. Even I call myself, even if it don't sound good, I even try to, like, if I really was like, you know what I'm saying, this is what I wanted to get out at that time, I'll leave it on there.
Absolutely, because what you may not like, the world's going to love.
Oh, yeah.
It always happens that way.
It happened a lot like that. I overthink it so much and put it out, and people be like, oh, I loved it. And
Exactly.
I be like, I spent 8 hours of trying to figure out not to put it out.
Beat myself up over it.
And I put it out, and people loved it. I should just put it out. You know?
Exactly. Because the one thing that you and I both know about life is we cannot please everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Nor should we try to. But on the flip side of that, in social media will teach you this as well, is that there's truly an audience for everything. Like you said, your boy's a big TikToker. Well, no matter what it is you do, there's going to be an audience who's going to love it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I just put it out there. Somebody's going to love it.
Somebody going to love it.
That's facts, man. Before we get into the music that you have out right now, let's kind of switch gears a little bit. You have a mini short story, like a cartoon series that's coming in the future. Yep. What made you decide to go that route? I think that's dope. You got to have multiple hustles.
Just entertainment. I love to entertain people, and just growing up, I loved it. Watching movies, Fridays, it was the Boondocks or little short stories. So I always caught myself kind of like, when I used to play with little toys and stuff, I used to kind of like make little episodes of myself.
Okay, dope.
So as I got older, it just kind of like stuck with me, and I got an imagination. So, and a lot of people was telling me like, hey, that kind of can go good in a little story if you put it together.
I agree.
So yeah, I feel like it'd be fun. So I want to try that out.
And that's probably something that the kids will love too.
Yeah, definitely. Like my kids, they loving that right now. And I got a little bit of merch that's going to kind of like piggyback off of it too. So
yeah, that's the next thing I want to just dive into, because again, I'm a big believer. We have to have multiple hustles, right? We can't just do one thing in life. We know that, because everything is seasonal. What's slow right now may pick up in the summertime, and vice versa. Tell us about the merch. You said you're going to have like hockey jerseys, joggers, sweatsuits, etc.
Yeah,
What's the name of the brand, first and foremost?
Well, right now we just going to go with the hockey jerseys. Is going to be 070. You know what I'm saying? Team 070. Okay. Right now it's just going to be you can get your name in the back, but it's going to say 070 on the back. It's like a regular authentic hockey jersey. I try to do the hockey jerseys because it's different. Everybody doing basketball and football.
Yes.
Even the soccer jerseys I'm seeing coming out a lot more. So I was like, all right, hockey jerseys might be cold. And I got up with a little graphic designer, and he showed me a little sample or two. We went through some colors and stuff, and I was just like, I think I can go. I can make this work.
I think that's a great idea, because like you said, it's stand outish.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, everybody has, you know, the basketball jerseys and, you know, things like that. But it's like, in hockey's have you ever been to a hockey game?
Well, I went to a Griffins game when I was a little kid. That's if you call that.
I'm from Tampa. We got the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I've been to a lot of their games. I'm not even necessarily a hockey fan, but, you know, I used to go because them games be getting rowdy.
Yeah, they do.
They get rowdy.
They get crazy for sure.
I feel like that will be a big seller for you, is putting them hockey jerseys out.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
great idea.
When I was showing people, they was really going crazy.
Don't steal his idea.
They was going crazy over that when I showed them hockey jerseys, man. They was like, dang, when is dropping? But like I said, it's going to be coming soon. I got a few little samples I'm going to do for the guys and for a couple people that I really rock with. Then it'll be available on the website.
Got you. That is dope. Also, a food truck is something that you would like to.
Oh yeah. I'm big into food too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that off the ground. We're gonna be probably doing something like with some little tacos or something. You know, we're gonna start off with the tacos first, just to warm them up a little bit with that. Then probably I got other people that's in the cooking business that want to try out little entrees and dishes that we can do it like that.
Do you think, and it may be a little far ahead to answer this, but do you think that once you put the food truck out there, you may end up or the spinoff of having multiple food trucks, or even at some point in time have an actual restaurant location?
I mean, that's the goal.
Yeah.
It's the restaurant location. It's to try to like piggy bank off the food truck with that. If I could get a dish or something that's like catchy with the people that goes good with it, for sure,
I think the biggest thing behind that, from my experience of what I've seen someone else do, is your marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And
brand and marketing is the main thing. You know what I'm saying? You want to get something out there that's going to be catchy, relatable, people, and that's going to be simple, that people will be able to like to,
Right.
Yeah.
Nothing exactly like the young lady that's out here in Atlanta, Pinky Cole. She had the food truck called the Slutty Vegan. Right? In all her burgers, there's the menage a trois, the sloppy toppy, the one night stand.
Oh, really? Oh,
yes.
dang.
Marketing genius. So now she's got multiple restaurant locations. Like, she's like a multimillionaire now.
She's next level with that.
Because who doesn't want to say, man, I'm going to get this sloppy toppy?
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially in today's world.
Right.
That's
Because
next level.
sexual stuff sells, you know?
Yeah, it does.
So I say that to say this: come up with something catchy marketing wise, and it's going to take you to the next level.
Oh yeah, that's why I've been trying to just play with a lot of different stuff, and then with the name Trippy and stuff, I could kind of like piggyback a lot.
Absolutely.
A lot of stuff different off of it, and with just like with the food truck and the merch.
Definitely. 100%.
I ain't gonna say everything, but I got a lot of stuff coming for y'all.
Right, they just got to stay tuned.
They got to stay tuned for sure.
So back in August of 2024, you released Lost at Sea, which was 7 records. And then fast forward, you got the extended version that came out this year, February 6th.
Yep.
For people who haven't heard either project, you obviously got the extended version. What's different between the two besides it being an extended version?
Well, the first version was pretty much just like, it was more personal. It was like really what I was going through at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I had to put that out.
Yeah.
There was certain records out there that it was like I was just going to put those records out, but then once I had more stuff coming, I was just like, well, maybe I should put it into an album and make it a little 7 songs. So I did it like that. The extended version is more of like me having fun with it.
Got you.
I'm coming back now. I'm having fun with it. I'm trying to get back into a lot of my old ways and just get back into like really making my music, you know what I'm saying, the way I wanted to make it.
Yeah.
And that's really what that is.
Absolutely. When you put these projects together, do you create those songs with an intent, meaning that they're created for that particular project, or do you maybe pick and choose some stuff you already have in the vault to go in there?
I mean, it is kind of like that.
A little bit of both?
Yeah, a little bit of both. If I got something in the vault that kind of like matches up what I'm saying, like I did Lost at Sea and I had some stuff already that I was talking about with my father.
Yeah.
And then I just added some more lyrics with it, and that's how I came up with Letter to Pops, because I had that song wrote 2-3 years before he even passed.
Wow.
So when I actually was writing it, it was like some of the stuff I was just like, wow, like it's kind of surreal.
How emotional was it for you to record that record?
Oh, it was very emotional.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was.
I
I
can
almost
imagine.
didn't put it out.
Right, because it's super personal. Probably the most personal song you ever wrote.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely the most personal song. And I was trying to be perfect with it, so I was like, oh, I shouldn't do this and say that. And I just so happened to put it out one day, and I got some good feedback from it. I was like, well, maybe I should shoot the video. Shot the video, and then it did what it did.
Man, because that is going to hit home for a lot of people.
And that's what a lot of people said. It was like, forget everything you ever wrote. Like, this song right here is what it's about.
Absolutely.
If you never had a purpose, this is the purpose you should do. Because,
that is it.
Yeah. And once I heard people, it was people who I never even talked to about music, and they just came and stopped me and said that. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I should start making more records like that.
I agree. Them heartfelt records is what people resonate with the most. Yeah, you can make some stuff for the club, something for the smokers. All that's cool, but that's just like everyday life.
Everyday life.
When you write something that hits home that personal to you, like Losing Your Pops, that's to me is one of them records that's going to stick forever. Mm-hmm. It's very personal, and that's where you're going to attract your most broad audience as well, because everybody can relate to it. Because at some point in time, we're all going to lose our pops, even if they weren't necessarily that in your life like that. You may have had a father figure, you know what I'm saying, like that you lost, so they're going to resonate with that record.
Oh yeah, yep. And a lot of people were saying that too, so that's when I was like, okay, I'm doing something right.
Absolutely. More visuals on the way for the project?
Oh yeah, we got right now we got Supposed to Be a Love Song that's supposed to be dropping in a couple of weeks. I got flashbacks, pretty much dang near the whole Lost at Sea extended version. I'm dropping videos too.
That's dope, man. We're in that content era. You need
yeah.
them visuals.
I just dropped something like about a month ago, and it's almost at 30,000 on YouTube. So,
Congratulations, that's big.
We've been trying to work with YouTube a little bit. You know, I'm just trying to get it out there and just get a little buzz built up.
Because Slick, YouTube is like the biggest digital streaming platform because you can stream it without having to pay for it.
Yep.
You can stream it from your TV. You can stream it from the app, from your browser. You don't necessarily, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere where if you do iTunes or Apple Music, or you got to have a subscription for it. Yep. You don't need that for YouTube. So it's the biggest streaming platform out there, probably next to TikTok. TikTok is major too.
Yeah, TikTok kind of took over, but YouTube is for sure. Besides that, that's the number one. Yeah,
absolutely, because you can at some point in time get your YouTube monetized, and that money's coming in.
Yep.
Another stream of income, right?
That's really what you want to do.
Definitely. So, supposed to be a love song. The title could be self-explanatory. Supposed to be a love song.
Yeah.
What does the record mean to you?
Pretty much, it's supposed to be a love song. Yeah. I was supposed to do a love song to it, and I just got the writing, and it was the beat that I had, and I was just like halfway into the song, I'm like, damn, this ain't a love song, but I was kind of going into that.
Yeah.
But I kind of like left it like that. I think the little twist in the middle of the song, kind of like a lot of people like that, you know.
Absolutely.
It's different. So, yeah, I just roll with it. I kind of roll with it. I like the name of it.
I do too, because it's one of those titles that's going to intrigue someone to listen to it.
Oh yeah,
kind of like we're talking about the single artwork. Mm-hmm. You got to have them catchy titles.
You got to.
Just off of that alone, someone's gonna be like, "Damn, I need to listen to that record. What is this? What is he talking about in this record?"
Then it's a little longer title too, so people will be
exactly. It's not just that one word title.
Yep.
100%. Where can we find you at next? What else you got? You did the Tribe from the Basement with the Big OG last night. What else you have coming up on your radar that we need to be on the lookout for musically?
I mean, right now we just gonna be, like I said, we got a couple visuals coming up these next couple of months, and I'm gonna be moving around in my hometown, doing shows downtown, West Side. I got some stuff coming up at Turnstiles. I'm gonna be in Ohio, I think Cincinnati, and towards the end of May, and then we got Vegas coming up in the summertime. So. Yeah, we just moving around like that.
Working.
Yep, just working, trying to stay consistent.
Are you always open to working with new producers from different areas, different sounds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what I pride myself on, for really, is to be able to work with different producers and different sounds. And
I love it.
They all send me beats.
Sure, you get a ton.
Too much. Sometimes I be my fault, bro, if I don't, you know what I'm saying? If I can't go off on it, be so many beats, man. But I try to get to everything, you know. I try to get to everything and at least give it a ear, some time. You know, even if I listen to it and I come back to it 4-5 months.
Yeah.
Because that's how really most of my songs get made.
Right.
I listen to the beat and I be like, oh well, I'll put that on hold. Come back to it a couple months later.
Exactly.
Write the whole song.
Like you said, it's got to come organically. You know, you don't want to force it. So for anybody out there who wants to follow your journey, maybe producers that want to tap in or new fans, where can they follow you at?
Or you can follow me on all digital platforms, but Instagram is my main one at @TheReal_Trippy_G070. I know that's kind of long, but you can follow me on that. And then on Twitter, you can follow me just Trippy_Gusto. I got Snapchat, Trippy Gusto, everything Trippy Gusto, so you can follow me on all digital platforms.
He's probably Googleable. You can just type
you can just type in Trippy Gusto. That should pop up, whatever.
Find it everywhere.
Yeah, yep.
100%, man. I know you got a lot of people that love you, support you. We got to give thanks to those people. Who would that be for you?
Definitely my mom, my pops, my sisters for sure, my older sisters, Jazz, Makina, Shamari. Shouts out to them, my mom, Teresa, my pops, Larry. Just all my friends. I got my bro BC, Darius, that's my road manager. My bro Jern back there, a couple artists that is trying to rock out with us. So just everybody that's rocking with me, I try to show love to them, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how I was raised. You show love to the people who show love to you.
That is facts, absolutely. And treat others how you want to be treated.
How you want to be treated, for sure.
Absolutely was my upbringing.
Oh, yeah.
100%. It'll come back to get y'all. Trust me. Karma's real. Be nice to people.
It's definitely real. You know what I'm saying? If you out there doing dirt, you bogus for one. And for two, it's going to come back and get you.
It will come back to get you. Promise you that. Maybe not in this lifetime, but it will.
It might not come back and get you, but it can come back and get your kids too.
That is facts.
That's the scary part.
That is facts.
That's the scary part.
Man, that's facts.
I don't think people understand that either. Like, you can go do some stuff, you be like, oh, I got away with it or this. But then your kids got to be the one to suffer for it.
Slimy. 100%, man. I love your energy. I love the mentality that you have just about life, period. Again, my condolences for losing your pops, man. I know how difficult that is. 100%. I got one last question, though. Where we at?
Industry.
Tell them.
Industry most wanted.
Big industry's most wanted. Not the little one.
With TampaMystic, you feel me?
Yeah.
Make sure y'all tune in, man. It's the best podcast out here.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You got to tell the world what makes Trippy G, Trippy Gusto, the industry's most wanted.
Just being me, you know. You can't if you ain't being yourself, man. I don't know what you're doing, but for sure, just be yourself. Send out love to everybody. That's all you can do. And like I said, just try to be there for the people who was there for you. You know what I'm saying? And then you might see little doors start opening. You might see little stuff start happening for you. But that's just the universe. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it works. You send out love, love come back to you.
Facts. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for you and your whole fam being here today.
Most definitely. I had to come show some love.
Y'all brightened my day because you came in with that good energy. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we try to do. We was on the road for 13 hours, but we good. You
Homie
feel
out
me?
there was tired.
Oh yeah, he sleep. We got another long night tonight, but we had a long night yesterday, and we've been on the road for a while. So we had to come touch down and let y'all know because we've been getting a lot of love out here lately too. So like we was at the club yesterday, and they all knew bro right there screaming his name. Yeah,
The birthday boy.
Yeah. So yeah, I be like, dang, we got reach out here. Like
You got a superstar in the building.
yeah, so make sure y'all tap in to BC Smith, man. He on every streaming platform.
I love it.
Yeah, TikTok, Facebook, whatever.
Well, thank you once again for being here today. I definitely appreciate you.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I appreciate you for having me. Just the opportunity to be able to come on here and, you know what I'm saying, just share what I got going on.
It's an honor.
Enough. Oh yeah, most
Absolutely. We up out of here, y'all.
Definitely. Y'all.
Hurt inside, but deep down, I'm really disgusted. Reaching out your hand, but you know I'll never trust